Sometimes when we read the Bible, we don't realize how much those individuals that we look up to really went through. As I was getting ready this evening, put on my gown, I just kept on saying the God of in between. I kept on hearing the God of in between. And God took me to David amongst many other people. He also brought me to Nehemiah, Esther. And double clicking on David, I always wonder what David felt like in between the time he was given a promise by Samuel that he will be a king to the time he actually obtained the promise. And the drama, the pain, the rejection, the belittlement, the sidelining, the hiding away from Saul, the made to feel less than by his father and his brothers, the love that he showed Saul, and yet Saul betrayed him. He went after him. And dude, I would have gone quickly and told people that you won't believe what dad is doing. You won't believe what Saul is doing. But David kept a level-headedness during that season of in-between. And there's a lot we can learn from the silence, from the time God shares until the time he gives us the actualization of our dreams. We are built to weather the storm. It's not nice, it's not fair, but we are given more of God's nature, and we realize our own strength because we sat with God in between. So if you are going through something that is not fair in your career, because I know a lot of us face a lot of spiritual attacks in the workplace, in your relationships, in your business, in whatever setting you are trying to figure it all out. It's not making sense. I'm doing all the right things, but I'm getting so much persecution. When, Lord? When, Lord? Go to the book of Psalms, especially the Psalms of David, and try and study them in reference to the book of 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings. See how that man wrote those poems, wrote the Psalms in the midst of in-between. And yes, he finally got through the throne, but David went through a lot in between. So let us draw some inspiration, some encouragement from 1 Samuel until 1 Kings, as he starts his kingdom or his promise, and then he goes through the season of wilderness, finally getting through the throne, and then obviously, leaving and going up to be with the Lord. David went through a lot. And I think David resembles most of us. Right now, I'm in a season of in-between. A lot of, what, how, why? And I think God is sharing this to encourage me as well, to also go dig deeper in the story of David, in the story of Nehemiah. Nehemiah teaches us to be silent, to be discreet, in between the noise, in between the belittlement by the likes of Tobiah, Sanballat. Esther teaches us to be quiet as well, to be discreet, to have class, to be poised, to yield to wisdom in the midst of war. Jeremiah, the weeping prophet, teaches us to continue regardless of the backlash in the midst before the prophecies are fulfilled. Isaiah teaches us to own the call of Christ, the call of God, even when it doesn't look good. with people. And you are called to do something as well. Seek the Lord's counsel and have an awesome evening. Bye.